My name is Sedetta Holder, and I am on top of Magnetic Mountain here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. You're gonna stop it, right? The Christ of the Ozarks is stylized. The sculpture is in the round. There is no humanistic value to his face or body. He is expressionless, which makes it even a modernistic influence also. He is made of perpendicular lines. His arms and bodies intersect with strong flat lines which convey calmness. He acts like a serene giant hidden among the trees. There is a balance in this sculpture because of the symmetry. The left side is the mirror image of his right. An example that it reminds me of is an archaic, the Critios boy, who stands very stiff and lacks emotion in his face. I chose the Christ of the Ozarks because it was a controversial piece. When I first moved to Arkansas, we visited here, and I thought it was a magical piece of art. I thought someone wanted to do something beautiful. But the locals refer to it, some of the locals refer to it as blasphemy. They call him the milk carton with wings, and they've also called him Gumby Jesus. I did not realize there were some people who thought this Christ was close to blasphemy. I'd like to believe Gerald Smith, who compensated the sculptor Emmett Sullivan, had a vision of something beautiful up here. Gerald Smith wanted to have Christ looking over the valley upon Magnetic Mountain. Both Gerald Smith and his wife are buried at the south side of Christ of Ozarks. And this is the Christ of the Ozarks. Christ of the Ozarks is the third tallest Jesus in the world, and it made Eureka Springs the largest tourist destination in Arkansas in the mid-1960s. It took 2 years to build him. He stands 67 feet tall and is already mounted at the altitude of 1,500 feet. Christ of the Ozarks was a vision of Gerald Smith. He hired Emmett Sullivan to sculpt him. It is known that this statue used to have feet, but they were removed to lower the statue's height, or they would have had to have bolt a red warning signal at the top of his head, which Gerald Smith did not want. His arms are a spread of a total of 65 feet, and they are spread in this manner to portray the crucifixion. He is constructed out of 24 layers out of white mortar spread over a steel frame, which is one reason he weighs over 2 million pounds. He is one of 5 giant statues of the Christ in the world and one of 2 in North America. The stylistic influences that come to mind are the archaic style from Greece, which was influenced by Egyptian techniques. The sculpture Kyros is an example I think of when it comes to the Christ of the Ozarks. They both have no facial expression. They also have the stiff, upright stance. The Christ of the Ozarks' face expresses very little detail. The lines of this sculpture are very simple and general.